Good morning, Princeton Immediate. This is Hagerpad News. I'm Bella.
I'm Grace.
Today is Tuesday, October 8th, 2024.
Rotation 4.
Sunrise 7:22 a.m.
Sunset 6:42 p.m.
Moon waxing crescent 28%.
Last week we had a comic strip. This is another edition of that. It's all about being that upstander, interrupting that negative behavior. And so we're going to have the TPN students read this comic strip. So here we go.
Basketball's lame, and you look like a boy. Geez, Maya, you should step up your game and be cool.
Wait, that's not nice. Anyway, Maya is the best player on the team. Please stop. You're making me feel bad. Anyway, I like how I look.
Melissa stood up to Yui and showed that Maya should be included, not excluded, and Maya refused to be bullied. I gotcha. That makes sense. Hey!
How about we go to the game together, Yui?
You can see Maya in action. She's amazing, and you'll love the fan swag. It's totally your style.
Sometimes the solution to bullying is to step in, be kind, and include others.
Just like that comic strip, those characters there, stepping up, being an upstander, interrupting that negative behavior. You can also do that around school.
Hello readers, it's Mrs. Nybor, and I have a question for you. Last week, Mr. Beach showed us this video where children explained why they like to read, and I was wondering, what are your favorite kinds of books? I read a lot when I was a child, but I am the first to admit that I was not an adventurous reader. I typically chose the same types of books again and again because I was afraid of trying new things because I didn't think I would like them. It took me a very long time to realize that I actually do like a lot of different types of books. That made me think, for the month of October, we should talk about frightfully good reads. This month, we are going to be talking about different book genres and looking at staff recommendations for each genre. You might be wondering what a book genre is. Book genres are special categories books are sorted into based on what they are about and how they are written. This week, we're going to be talking about 3 genres, the first being poetry. Poetry is a verse written to create a response of thought and feeling from the reader. Some suggestions of poetry books are the books by Shel Silverstein, the hilarious poems of Jack Perletsky, and 4th graders, did you know that there's another book after Love That Dog called Hate That Cat? Another really popular genre is realistic fiction. These are typically stories that use made-up characters, but the characters are doing things that could actually happen in real life. Some of the suggestions I received for this genre are Wonder, Maniac Magee, Peak, which is part of a series, Northwind by Gary Paulson, Stone Fox, Black Beauty, which was one of my favorites as a child, The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane, Out of My Mind, and Fuzzy Mud, and Where the Red Fern Grows, the Sammy Keys series, which has 18 books, and Maddie's Fridge. The final book genre we are going to talk about today is the mystery genre. These are typically suspenseful stories about puzzling events that aren't solved until the end of the story. Some of the suggestions I have for the mystery genre are the City Spies series, which my children love, the Boxcar Children books, which I read as a child. There are so many books in this series. It's endless entertainment. And the monster at the end of this book, which was another one of my childhood favorites. Give some of these books a try, and I'll be back next week to share more reading genres. Happy reading!
The Media Center, our Media Center, we have fewer people working in our Media Center, so as you may have noticed, it is hard to keep it organized. So you can do your part by making sure that you help keep that space neat. Keep books on the racks, keep books off the floor, and do your part to help keep our Media Center clean. You can see what it looks like when it's clean and then when it needs to be picked up and organized.
Homecoming week. Tomorrow,
Tomorrow is Wacky Wednesday.
Good News Channel.
From Miss Veronica to Brooke. Brooke was a huge help to me this week as we began to do independent reading centers during our WIN time. One of those centers includes meeting with a group of students. Since I was busy with my group, Brooke stepped up to help students that needed it. at one of our centers and taught / reminded others how to use a clever app they needed to do. She was a very patient teacher and then went right back to doing her own work and completed what she needed to do during that time as well. I very much appreciate your leadership. Thank you for helping our center time to run smoothly on our first week trial run.
Good news shout out from Rafael Hernandez to Victor. Victor won the Tiger Paw of the Week. He's always on task, finishing all he needs to do. He shows his Tiger Pride every day, being respectful and teachable. I am very happy to have him in this class this year.
Birthdays for today:
Haley,
Warrior,
Alexander,
Adam.
Mason,
Staff Tiger Pride winners:
Mary Jane,
Miss.
Miss Emily.
Lunch for today:
Beef taco meat with chips and cheese sauce or cheese sandwich.
black beans,
Black olives, salsa, sour cream.
raw veggies,
Fruit.
milk,
Tomorrow for lunch.
mac and cheese.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right hand over your heart.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Earn your
Strength today.